Greetings, I'm Reverend Laura Kigweba. I serve as the Director of Grassroots Organizing at the General Board of Church and Society. I'm here to talk to you about our church's commitment to reproductive health.
Hey there, my name is Reverend Camille Henderson Edwards. I have the distinct pleasure of serving as the Director of Economic Health and Gender Justice, also here at the General Board of Church and Society. I'm so grateful that you are allowing us to join you for a brief moment in your moment of worship. I, along with my colleague Laura, would like to share just a few quick notes, a few quick reflections on some of the work that we're doing around maternal and reproductive health. Specifically within my portfolio of economic health and gender justice, you can go on our website to learn of a program that we just finished up called Letters to My Daughters, where we have been looking more into this issue of maternal and reproductive health. Specifically, looking at the Black maternal mortality crisis that has been going on for quite some time. Did you know that the United States has the highest rate of maternal mortality among industrialized nations in the world? On top of that, if we are to employ this lens of race, then you'll see that Black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die in childbirth than white women. And the CDC released information that between the years of 2017 and 2019, of those deaths that took place during that time frame, 85% could have been prevented, which means that when it comes to this issue of maternal mortality, we are making a choice, but we can't talk about maternal health without also talking about reproductive health.
So as United Methodists, we believe that all people are of sacred worth. As a church, we affirm that the sacred worth through our continued witness for advocating for dignity and human rights of all people. In our United Methodist Church's social principles, both 161K and 162V, we advocate for the right to health care and the right for all persons to have access to comprehensive reproductive health and family planning services. So these prayerful social statements reveal that we acknowledge that we have a faith and believe in a God that honors the both and. A both and where we as a church honor the sacredness of the life and well-being of a mother and the unborn child, but we also hold the reality that there are situations where tragic conflicts of life with life may justify abortion. However, to honor the sacred worth of all people requires that we as a church advocate for healthcare policies such as and support reproductive rights and dignity and access that affirms one's full humanity. In our current reality right now in the US and across the world, we are experiencing laws where life-saving and affirming reproductive health care is both inaccessible and in some places completely absent. So as a church, we must continue to advocate for just policies that affirm the sacred worth for all people by advocating for the right and access to comprehensive reproductive health care. The way that we talk about reproductive health within the context of the United Methodist Church reflects a human rights framework that is reproductive justice. And we want to hold that, reproductive justice was created for and came out of the witness of Black women in the US who were have been a part of advocating for reproductive rights, justice, and freedom, but have always been left out of the conversation. And so what reproductive justice has done is it affirms this human rights framework to acknowledge that it's not just about abortion, it's about our bodies. And I think as United Methodists, we really have to think about the sacred worth. Caring about sacred worth for all people also includes our bodies, and not to kind of pick and choose or to separate them. And so I would ask that we affirm that reality that both ourselves as people are sacred, but also for the church to acknowledge that our bodies are sacred, and really to begin questioning what does that mean, and then to begin to look into the human rights framework that is reproductive justice. So for this right to have children, this right not to have children, this right to bodily autonomy, when we talk about sacred worth within the context of those rights, what does that mean, and how do we affirm that in a way that aligns with our faith and what we've always advocated for?